Hotep, what's going down? I'm Donald Nelson with Supreme Confidence. You listen to today's episode of the Confidence in the Clutch podcast. The Confidence in the Clutch network. Whether it's a game of basketball or the game of life, you gotta have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck like Milwaukee. Gotta be winning like us though. Stay woke or get out. Gold ball or bust. You can't fit in when you're standing out. Colorism is dead. Black is black. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own. Listen to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, share, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes. It's important. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at KNK. Coming up, we're going to talk about, I was listening to Bill Simmons, one of my favorite podcasts, and he had a couple things about the NBA season shortening adjustment. Had a couple things about the college football playoffs. Then we're going to jump into some NBA news, Chris Paul stuff, Kevin Love, what's going on with that. And then this Bucks versus Lakers thing, man. Best team in the league. And power rankings for the NBA, NFL, and we up out of there to give you a little bit about what's going on with me. It's graduation, y'all. So the last pod before I earn my degree. So, like always, bringing you quality content with strong opinions and facts. The confidence starts right now. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.
Yeah. Recording right now, 11:23 p.m. Thursday, December 12th, y'all. I've been dozing off, catching up the schedule, y'all, but you already know, like we always do about this time, let's get into it, man. Yo, shout out to 99, the producer, for the track. One of my favorite tracks that I got. One of the favorite tracks he produced and rapped on. Yo, let's jump into it, y'all. Bill Simmons, man. The Bill Simmons podcast, man. On the Ringer Network. I love that. He talked about on the December 3rd pod that he released about solutions for NBA to shortening the season. Now, what he has is a 72-game season where they play every team in your conference 3 times and other conference twice. Right now, you play like every team in your conference 3 times and every team in your division 4 times, some type of stuff like that. So just basically breaking it down. 10 games, however, some teams you play in your conference, I think you play 4 times or whatever, but he's talking about breaking it down. So that's the first thing. What he was saying is after 35 games, have the Bill Russell Cup in New York, right? Space the tournament out 8 to 9 days. Top 16 teams in order of record to participate. Top seeds get a bye. So that takes 16 teams, 8 teams, 4 teams, 2 teams. The winner gets wins per round advancement. So like if you make it to the next round, if you win it through, you get 7. If you make it to the semifinals, you get 4. If you make it to the quarters, you get 1. If you make it to the first round, you get 1. One extra win on a season. Wins added to the record, part of the formula to pick teams, right? The winner gets 31st pick in the draft or something he was saying like that. Like, okay. I like the whole 16, I get into what I like after. Now, for the lower 16, so they won't be tripping, he called it the Chamberlain Cup, right? And he said that one would be in Vegas. He said first 3 rounds worth 1 win each, finals worth 2 wins, and the 32nd pick in the draft. So, he said sell these games to streaming services like, Hulu and all that stuff. Like, it's a little different. Now, the play-in tournament, what he's saying is for the end of the year playoffs, only the top 5 seeds make the playoffs, and you go 6 versus the 11th seed in the conference, 7 versus 10, and 8 versus 9 single elimination tournament. Now, let me get to what I like. I like the midseason cup. I don't like the play-in. Like that play-in joint, like the midseason cup, I like it. As far as getting the extra wins, that's just extra to do things. I don't know about that piece of the game, but I do like the whole 16 teams at a defined location, and you run that joint for 8 to 9 days, and then everybody else, they get to go to the crib once they lose. I like that. You know what I mean? You have them, however you're going to have the game staggered out or whatever. You can have 4 games a day. I don't know. But however they figure it out logistically, I think it'll be okay. The play-in, I don't like that. I worked hard as hell all year to get the 6th seed, and somebody have a good shooting day. We have a bad shooting day. The 11th seed can make the playoffs. Nah. What I do like, I like that 7 through 10 model, where that's 7, 10, 8, 9, and if the 10 or the 9 seed, they got to win twice in order to make it through. You know what I'm saying? You can't just win once. You got to make it twice, because what it would be is that 7, 10, that 10. If the 7 win, they in. If the 10 win, then they got to beat the winner, the 8, 9. So if the 9 and the 10 win, then one of them get to go, but they got to beat each other to get one of those spots. It's crazy though. I don't even know how that would work though. So they got to figure it out. But try it, we may like it. That's all I got to say. Now, Bill Simmons also with Chuck Klosterman on a 12-10 pod. They talked about the college football playoff update, right? So we know Ohio State, LSU, Clemson, and Oklahoma are in for the CFP, but there's been a clamoring for this 18 playoff. It always does it when a team feels like they should make it and they didn't make it. Their constituents, their fan base, they should make it. They should be up in there, right? So 18 playoff is what they talked about. And this is how they would break it down. 5 conference championships. So we're talking about the SEC, the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12, and the Pac-12. Each conference champion would make a would qualify for the playoffs, right? So then with that happened, you would get 2 wild cards. So like this year, you know, people would say Georgia, Alabama, they didn't make it. So then would be like the 2 wild cards. And then you get 1 mid-major, like whoever the cold mid-major. So if it's Memphis, if it's Boise State, if it's UCF, it's whoever it is, right? They get to come in Bowling Green, whatever it is, right? I say I like that plan though. If we're gonna go 8, let's make sure we do it right. Make those. Then what they said is it made conference title games more meaningful. Like whoever win this game, you automatically in. So you can be the 10th ranked team in the country. You win that bowl, you win that game, you win the joint. You know what I mean? I think that'll be smooth. Now, what they were saying though, what would make it even more legit is the first round games on campus, so that'll be slick. So if we got 8 teams, they got to get ranked, right? Then you got the 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5 matchup, and them higher seeds host the game. Now that'll be slick on the campus, because that's like a great non-conference game, and you got to go in and play in that home field advantage. I like that too as well. Then all the other games, after the first round, you know, it's going down to 4 teams anyway, like the CFP is. So basically, you're only giving teams another game. It's better than them playing these teams that they be rolling 68-7. You know what I'm saying? So I like that plan, and it addresses all the issues. It makes the conference games mean something. It makes conference play mean something, and seeding and all that. And knowing that I can get in the bowl, I don't have to win every game. I just got to win that game. And I got to win the games in my conference to get to that point. So the teams that's fighting and they playing better and all that stuff, man, I like that. I like that. Like you gotta be in contention though. When I said you can't win, you don't have to win every game. You do to be in contention to win your conference, to win your division, to win your side, to win your, you know. So I like that though. So all right, y'all. Sticking with football, let's jump to the league. OBJ. Now they were talking this week. Little notes, right, about OBJ and him in Cleveland, and what they saying he talking about he want out of Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? They talking about he going to other teams and other players, like in the pregame, like come get me, fam, come get me about this moment. So, you know, initially we all know he wanted to go to LA, man. He want to be in the limelight. He want to be out there. I don't blame him. Who wouldn't want to be out there? But you know. I think I was ESPN was talking about he might want to play with A-Rod in Green Bay. Folks, if you don't like wanting to be in Cleveland, fam, you're definitely not going to want to be in Green Bay. That's all I got to say. Demographically, financially, socially, weather-wise, you ain't going to want to be in Green Bay if you don't like it out in Cleveland, for real. If you're going to do that, you might as well go down to Chicago or something, you know what I mean? If you're going to go anywhere Midwest, Chicago or Minnesota, you know what I mean? But just Chicago, Minnesota. And I say that for the ladies, for the women that Chicago, Minnesota has. So, Think about it, OBJ. Now, jumping to this NBA news, man. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on with the league. Let's go some rapid fire things. James Harden, I was looking at it. He had, before last night's game against the Cavs, he had 789 points, and he had like 50 or something last night. So he bumped that up during these 21 games or whatever. It was the third most in NBA history at that time. That's amazing. AD had dropped to 50 points on Sunday, I believe. The Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was Sunday. The Lakers 21-3 now. My thing is, can they get to 70? We're going to talk about that in a segment with the Bucks. The AD was the 11th player in Lakers history to score 50. You know what I mean? So they were 22-3 at that time, 20-3 or something. Best starting record in 24 years for the Lake Show. So then jumping on this, man, the CP3 last week when he did the delay of game joint versus T Woods, and he told about the dude jersey because he knew they had one. That's just smart basketball. That ain't snitching. Smart basketball. And then that pushed the game to overtime to end up winning. Then CP3 called for 2 delayed games the next night, right? So you know what it is, man. It's karma. But listen, is that hating, snitching, or smart? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own thing. Can it be a combination of all three? That's what I said. Can it be a combination of all three? You play to win the game. So if that's what he was trying to do, is win a game, and he knew the rules, and we want to make sure the referees were understanding that bro didn't have his jersey tucked in, and he should have his jersey tucked in to be prepared to come into the game, and he's going to let the referees know, man. I don't know. Is that hating, snitching, or smart? It could be all three. It's hating because, man, play the game. You ain't got to do all that fuck shit. CP3, that's what somebody said. It's snitching because, dog, why you telling family if the referees pick it up, then it is what it is on dog, but you telling on them, like, and then it's just smart, man. Forget, man, any way you can do. If somebody travel, if we saying somebody travel and the ref didn't miss it, is that snitching? If we say, dog, foul me, can you say go replay? He tipped it out. Is that snitching? You know what I'm saying? So it's smart. So at the end of the day, it's smart. Guess what? If the homeboy would have had his jersey tucked in, CP3 couldn't have said nothing to catch him slipping to get the technical. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, though. But it's karma that he got 2 the next day. So moving on. K-Love. So this is the big thing. I like K-Love. When I was playing my 2K, now I can get back to playing 2K because I'm done with school. So I used to play with the Cavs when Brown went back. Always a Brown fan on the video game. Like, as soon as when I get on the game, I'm only playing with the Lake Show. I'm playing with the Lake Show and I'm playing with the Bucks. Like, I said the Bucks are going to be my team this year, but I'm playing with the Lake Show because they playing too good. And I know how to play with Brown on the game. That's one thing I do know how to do. So, K-Love, where, when, and how much is the question that I want to ask. So the Ringer reports his preferred destination is his home state in Oregon, right? Portland, Oregon, duh. So, I went through the trade machine. I got 2. But first, let me tell you the ones that won't work. Well, they could work. Let me tell you the ones that won't work for us. He ain't coming to the mill for that. They would have to give up Brook Lopez, George Hill, and Ilyasova. It's way too much to give up because K-Love make like $30 million. Then you got the Lakers. They had to give up Danny Green, KCP, and Avery Bradley. That's too much depth at guard. It would be depleted. No. Toronto, they can do it for Marc Gasol and Ryan Hollis Jefferson. I don't know if they want to give up that'll put K-Love at the 5 out in Toronto. I don't know. I don't know if they'll make that trade, but they might. These the 2 right here. He can go to Boston, and after they lost tonight, but I don't know if K-Love deal with Embiid down low. I don't think so. But Boston for Zizic and Hayward. He can go to Boston with Zizic and Hayward. How about that? So what that do, Zizic is another post player, a center, and it solves a problem in the middle for Boston. It solidifies Brown and Tatum for the future by getting Hayward out the way, and it replaces the loss of Horford at the 4 with K-Love. You heard it first, the confidence in the clutch. That makes a lot of sense to me. But also the other one that makes a lot of sense is the Portland for Hassan Whiteside and Gary Trent Jr. All the money add up for both them picks. I'm thinking Portland possibly want to trade and make that happen, especially when Nurkic come back. Not Nurkic. Is that not Nurkic? The other guy. They name sound the same. We know who they talking about though. But I like that Boston though, because if you get Zizic and K-Love, you move Hayward out, Brown and Tatum, and man, I kind of like that. With K-Love spotting up out there, shoot. K-Love got a little post game too. Man, listen, pick and pop. I like that for Boston. So you heard it first at Conference in the Clutch, man. Let's jump into it, man. Lakers moving on, and the Bucks. Two teams are playing extremely well right now. So the question is, we want to know, Lakers or Bucks to 70 wins. Can they get to 70 wins? Anything can happen now with the NBA. So let's just break it down, man. The Lakers, the Bucks, they're both 21-3 right now. So Milwaukee is 8-1 versus the Western Conference for the best record in the East versus the Western Conference. That's the first thing. Second thing is that the Bucks have 16 straight wins, which is the longest in the NBA this season, and it's the Bucks' longest win streak since 1970-71. Second longest in history for the Bucks. Now for the Lakers, they've been beating some sub 500 teams. The schedule finna ramp up after Christmas, right? So we're gonna see who the Lakers are. The Lakers are currently on a 5-game winning streak, taking it into Miami on Friday, tomorrow. But here's the catch. This is the third 5+ game winning streak for the Lakers this season. They don't lose. They have 12 straight road wins, most in the league. And they had the second longest road winning streak in history. They only got one L, and that's to the Clippers opening night. But that was in the Staples Center, so is that really going away from the crib? But like I said, they play each other next Thursday, December 19th in Milwaukee. Man, that's a game. My guy Eric, he said he sold his tickets to that game. I'm like, but he made so much money selling them tickets. But definitely next Thursday, watching that game is going to be a great game to watch. So I hope Giannis get healthy. All right. Jumping to our Conference in the Clutch. NBA Top 5 Week 8 Power Rankings. Number 5. I have a tie. New to the Conference in the Clutch Power Rankings. Philadelphia 76ers, 19-7. Embiid accepted the challenge of Shaq and Charles Barkley, saying he need to play hard and go hard, and if you don't, you need to chill with all that. And you know what I'm saying? You want to be good or you want to be great. He said he agreed with them. So he came out, what he doing against Celtics? 38-13. That's what I'm talking about. You need to do that. I know they're trying to conserve him for his health, make sure he get to where he need to get to in the end of the season. I get it. They can pay way too much money to not be playing these games, man. Shorten the season then. You shorten the season, you shorten the money. But anyway, that's another conversation for another day. The other team, the Dallas Mavericks, they weren't ranked. New to the Conference in the Clutch NBA Power Rankings. That's 17-7. Luka Doncic, 25-5. He had 19 straight games passing MJ for that feat. Anytime you pass MJ, it is what it is. It's a different game, but anytime you pass MJ for any feat, any record, it's always good. Number 4, the Heat, not ranked last week, 18-6. This week they got the Lakers and Dallas, both games. Lakers tomorrow, Dallas like Sunday or something like that. Good games. They got them boys playing down there. I don't know what's going on with what's my guy name? Deion Waiters, man. He got suspended again. I was reading something on ESPN tonight. This boy done lost $1.2 million in fines this year out of his $12 million salary. Man, I don't know nobody that can lose $1 million off of not being available or able or suspended to go to work. I don't know nobody. Get it together, Deion Waiters. We praying for you, bro, whatever you're going through. Number 3, the Clippers. Last week they were number 3. They held tight, 19-7. They demolished the Raptors in Kawhi's ring night. Kawhi got the ring engraved that say F with the middle finger up in there. We know he's saying it to San Antonio. He got the warm reception from the fans in Toronto. And then they commenced to whooping that ass. Now, that engraving on the ring, the best part of my engraved ring from our state title in 2013, it has March 16th, 2013 on the inside of the ring. The day we won that joint. That's amazing. I tell everybody all the time, that's the best part of the ring, yo. You feel me? Coming in number 2, the Lakers. They were number 1 last week, 21-3. Got 1 roll-off this season. They got Miami on Friday. What more can I say? LeBron and AD are playing very, very well together. The Lakers as a team, shout out to Rob Pelinka and LeBron James and whoever else created the team, because they put a very good team together. Very interesting to watch once they start playing better competition. Okay, number 1, the Bucks. Last week they were number 2, 21-3. The reason the Bucks are number 1, plus 13.4 differential in the NBA, point differential. Right, they're the only team in double digits, in double figures with point differential. Man, they playing their thing. And for them to win last night against New Orleans, they don't care who you play. Without Giannis like that and dominate like that, for them to win against the Clippers last week and dominate them. The score was not indicative of how far that game was out of reach for the Clippers. They jumped on them boys, and they had Kawhi, and they had PG, baby. So that was just amazing. So we out here doing what we supposed to do, right? Bucks, go. Bucks, go. Get your Bucks hat, man, while you can. Now, moving on to the final thing. Our NFL power rankings. Confidence in the Clutch. NFL top 5 week 9 power rankings, if I'm not mistaken. No, we don't like 11, like 13, some shit like that. Whatever. This is just wrong. All right. So, number 5, I got the Seahawks and the Chiefs tie. Seahawks 10-2. Pass rush, no. Looking at ESPN, they ain't got no their pass rush is terrible. They're not getting to the quarterback, man. They get interceptions, but they have whack pressure on the quarterback. They got to fix that. They lost to the Rams this week. The Chiefs, 9-4. First ranked offense in the league. They beat the Patriots. Now remember, they went out when Mahomes went out. They lost a couple games. Mahomes is back now. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on them cats, man. They play the Ravens. That's going to be the game everybody wants to see. Number 4, the Patriots, 10-3. Got the first ranked D in the league. They lost to the Chiefs, though. Brady is looking over. Brady ain't got nobody that he used to have. He don't have that go-to like he used to have, and it's hard. You know what I mean? But watch out for the Patriots. They always do this. You always count them out, say something. Oh, they ain't doing that. They end up winning that damn thing. Remember, they've been to the last 3 Super Bowls. Somebody got to beat them first before we say they fell off. Number 3, the Saints, 10-3. They had that 48-46 loss to the 49ers. You know what I mean? That game could have went anyway. They did what they had to do to score. The 49ers did what they had to do behind Jimmy Garoppolo, setting it up for that field goal, and they took that L. Saints looking good, though. Saints looking real good. Number 2, 49ers, 11-2. Second-ranked defense in the league. They beat the Saints at the crib. What more can I say? Them boys out there playing too. Jimmy Garoppolo sometimes look like a game manager, sometimes look like a great quarterback. It is what it is. But they got every facet of the team game. Every facet. Like New Orleans Saints do. They special teams is legit out of New Orleans. 49ers, their defense is legit, man. And the number 1 team, of course, the Baltimore Ravens at 11-2. Had the second-ranked offense in the league. They got like the 4th-ranked or 5th-ranked defense in the league. Lamar Jackson tonight broke Vic's single-season rushing record for a quarterback. They beat the Jets tonight, like 48-21. You know what I'm saying? He had 212 yards, 5 TDs, 86. He had 212 yards in the air, 5 TDs in the air, 86 yards rushing, man. Come on, man. This shit winding down, though. We got to see what to do, ball, or get out, man. So, well, I got y'all. That's it. I mean, y'all been on this road with me. Y'all hear me talk about it, the graduation. Y'all hear me on the other shows talk about graduation. Shout out to all of y'all, man, for sticking with me, for growing with me, for sharing this, for saying, man, that's my man, for seeing me out. Yo, saying you want to get on, hit me up, man. I be forgetting sometime, man. I've been so busy, man. But, you know what I'm saying? Saturdays, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Player graduate. and it is what it is, man. So I just appreciate all the love and support, and you know what I mean, all them dark nights I had and them bright days I had, man, through the 18 months, man. But it's a beautiful thing, man, when you further your education. And I had to talk with my daughter, and she was asking me, she thought it was my first degree, because I just pulled my degree out, my bachelor's. She was like, yo, Daddy, what's that? And I had to tell her, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I thought that. I said, no, Daddy got a degree already, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was okay, though, and it was all good to explain to her what was going on and what I'm doing and all that stuff. So, you know, that sparks the children to want to do great when they see their parents doing great. I mean, when you model things. So parents always got to understand you're modeling behavior. You make sure you have these conversations with your kids so you can see what they do, because I seen the look in their eyes and I'm like, no, baby, this is my master's. So it is what it is. So just want to share it a little bit with y'all, man. Next time y'all hear from me, man, I have a couple letters and words after my name now. You know what I'm saying, on the resume. Don't mean shit. I'm still me, man. You already know. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. You know what I'm talking about? Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own. Listen to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. That bell button to get notification of new episodes and when we go live. It's important. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. Have a safe and healthy night, yo. Shout out to all the graduates, yo. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.